Okay, so here we are talking about the Doomsday Duds, 8 Armageddon predictions proven wrong, and we're going to add a couple of our own. Now, the first one here is that God will be televised. Han Min Chen founded his new religious movement, a mix of Buddhism, Taoism, and UFOlogy, and brought it to the U.S. in the early 90s. He registered the group under the name God's Salvation Church. Interesting. 160 members strong, the group set up shop in Garland, Texas in '97 and predicted that at 12:01 a.m. on March 31st, '98, God would show himself on a single TV channel across North America and save his followers from the doomed planet Earth. When the predicted appearance didn't happen, the group quickly became confused. Chen reportedly offered himself to be stoned or crucified as a concession, but no one obliged him. The group fell apart soon afterward, with many of the members returning to Taiwan. Number 2, the world will cease to exist. Known as the Amazing Criswell, Charles Criswell King was a flamboyant radio and TV broadcaster who decided to become a psychic in 1963 of March. He correctly announced that John F. Kennedy wouldn't run for re-election in '64 because something was going to happen to him. According to Criswell in 1968, the world would cease to exist from August 18, 1999, but here we are, go figure. Number 3, the rapture cometh in the 80s. Former NASA engineer and Bible student Edgar C. Whisenant predicted that the rapture, the return of Christ and the end of the world, would occur in 1988. He went on to sell 4.5 million copies of his book, 88 Reasons Why the Rapture could be in 1988. Televangelists were so taken by Whisenant that many started airing tips on how to prepare for the rapture as they neared 1988. After 1988 passed without incident, Whisenant went on to recalculate his prediction to 1989, then 1993, and then even 1994, writing books for each year. But sales were weak. The UFO will save us. Heaven's Gate was a UFO-centered cult based in San Diego led by Marshall Applewhite and Bonnie Niddles. The group believed that the Earth was about to be recycled, and the only chance for human survival was to escape on a UFO trailing Hale-Bopp comet. On March 26, 1997, in a period when Hale-Bopp was at its brightest, the body of 39 members of the group were discovered by police after committing suicide. At this point, the Earth has yet to be recycled. Computer bugs will doom us. The year 2000 was perfect symbolic fodder for the would-be prophets, but one prediction of millennial disaster was rooted not in mysticism, but rather a confounding computer bug. The Y2K problem resulted from the practice of abbreviating 4-digit years to 2-digit, meaning that the 97, 98, 99, 00 ascending numbers would suddenly become invalid, worldwide computers would fail, failures would ensure, very little actually happened. But whether this was the result of preparation or because the problem was less severe than predicted may never be known. The end is near, just not in 1844. William Miller was a prosperous Baptist farmer who became infatuated with prophetic symbolism, eventually leading him to boldly predict the second coming of Christ and the beginning of the end. Initially ambiguous over the exact date, he started to focus on 1844 and soon gained a large following of believers known as Millerites. What occurred instead in 1844 was known as the Great Disappointment, with no appearance of Christ. Millerites were left disenchanted and confused. The sun will explode. Not. In 1919, meteorologist Albert Porta predicted that the alignment of 6 planets would generate such a significant magnetic current that the sun would explode and subsequently engulf the Earth on December 17th of that year. Miraculously, mankind avoided this doomsday destiny. Did he see the end? Legendary French seer Nostradamus was noted for allegedly predicting such events as the rise of Hitler, the Great Fire of London, the death of Princess Diana, and even the terrorist attacks on 9/11. Nostradamus also wrote in the 1999 in 7 months, "From the sky will come the great king of terror." Perhaps it rained that day, but the end didn't come as predicted. But maybe this one is right. Adored by conspiracy theorists, the Mayan calendar abruptly ends December 2012, at which point some predict a series of cataclysmic or transformative events will occur. Many of these are apocalyptic. It's been popular date in media and entertainment stories and movies to illustrate massive solar storms, magnetic pole reversals, earthquakes, supervolcanoes, and other drastic natural events. For all we know, this one could be right, but it's probably not, right? And now we have a bonus slide. The next Doomsday Dud is Harold Camping. Now, Harold Camping of Family Life Radio is a controversial figure in that he too has predicted end-time events. In 1994, he said that Christ would return, but that never happened. Despite that setback, Camping uses clue phrases, private interpretation, of out-of-context scriptures claiming the rapture will occur on 21 May 2011. Now, people who attend any church are not saved and will not be taken because Camping claims the church age is over, despite the fact that many of the scriptures he uses are in fact letters written to churches. He also predicted, quote, millions will die on that day and every day until 21 October 2011, when the earth will be destroyed. Strange, because we never read Jesus or any Bible author making such claims or how to calculate the return of Jesus Christ. Now, Jesus Christ himself debunks Harold Camping's false claims, stating in Matthew 24:36 about that rapture day, "But of that day and hour knoweth no man, no, not the angels of heaven, but my Father only." Perhaps it's better to follow Jesus Christ and not Harold Camping. So there you have it. The past doomsday duds of those false prophets and false teachers trying to predict the end of the world. And then we also had a bonus slide of the next doomsday dud, Harold Camping. So when 22 May 2011 and 22 October 2011 arrive without incident, without millions of people dying, and we're all still here, perhaps people will finally understand that we should follow Jesus Christ and his word and not Harold Camping and what he thinks is right. Anyway, take care, God bless, and stay in his word.